to another edition of Strike Season Podcast. Myself, Marlo. Doc is on the way. There's Doc right there. Um, I want to start off by they go back. Man, listen, baby's starting to be one of my favorite people. Um, I want to start off by saying if you follow me on Twitter, walk with me for a second. I don't do this to be right. That's not why I do this. I don't do this to thump my chest and say I'm a podcaster and I'm better than a journalist. It's not why I do this. If you saw me today being out of character today on Twitter, not really out of character, but when I'm provoked, I'm always going to try to be honest. Honest is the most important thing. So I try to be honest and tell y'all the truth without an agenda, right? The problem is that every now and then I run into people. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get Jamal in and it's not letting me in. I try to be honest. I try to tell you the facts. We on this podcast have been right about a lot of stuff. And we try to make it so that you can tolerate what's said, right? So we make jokes. But even with us making jokes, it's true. I don't know why it's not letting Jamal in. Um, Even with us making jokes, it's true. Hey Jamal, I don't know why it won't let you in. But today I was faced with a story about the Tampa Bay Rays. And if you know me, I call them my daddy Rays. And I call them my daddy Rays for a reason. My daddy 100% absolutely love the Tampa Bay Rays. Okay, there we go. It's real simple. It's a real simple story. The Rays had funding in Pinellas County. They wanted more funding. And with that more funding, we had issues. They decided that they wanted to be in Tampa because they could get $2 billion. So they started negotiating with Tampa. First, it was they're gonna be in Ybor City. We knew that wasn't gonna happen. That was too close to the Lightning. They got some kind of commissioner to thump his chest and say we're gonna have a site here, and the rest of the county commission said no. There's a theme. Pay attention. Then the Rays get sold. A hurricane happens. The Rays get sold. And then all of a sudden there was a push to put them next to the Tampa Bay Buccaneer Stadium at Hillsborough College. Small problem. January 27th, or I think it's the 27th of January 27th, 2027, the Bucks have to renew their lease. That's important because the Bucks asked for more. The Bucks asked for more money for renovations. So the Bucks asked for more money for renovations. Okay, cool. We know that's on the table. The county is going to pay for that. George Steinbrenner Field is also directly across the street from Raymond James. The proposed area for this new Ray Stadium is where season tickets holders park their cars. So the Bucks will not only have to get a stadium renovated, they will also have to find parking for what, 6,000 people, Marlo?
Probably more than that.
I was going to say more than that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's more than that because I think it's probably like 6,000 ticket holders in Jacksonville. Tampa probably near maybe 10
No,
or
I'm just
close
talking about
to
in
it.
this parking lot, in the parking lot that they want to put the stadium.
Oh, it's
Oh
way
yeah,
more than that.
yeah, it's more than that.
So I'm having this back and forth with. I don't ever go back and forth with Rattlers. You will rarely see me argue with a Rattler. That's not what I do, and I definitely not arguing with a black man on the internet. Right? You saw me go back and forth because the reporting is this: Governor DeSantis approved 22 acres and $50 million for HCC to improve their campus and make room for a stadium. What's
That man
mis-
is trying to keep his name in the running for the next president at Boots Skills University. That's all he doing.
what's interesting is that there has been no money allocated for a stadium. I want to make sure I say this correctly. Nobody has said, "Hey, we have the money. We're getting you the money." There's probably people working behind the scenes that probably get a deal. But let me tell you how God works. News Channel 8 had a story today, and it talked about the very thing me and this gentleman was going back and forth about. And the very thing that I said was exactly the same thing that News Channel 8 said. So if you don't like the Tampa Bay Times, that's fine. You don't have to like the Tampa Bay Times. We're in this new era where we don't like newspapers. And you feel like your podcast is more responsible than your newspaper, that's fine. But the problem is that now it's News Channel 8 saying they don't have money. They didn't outright say there is no money allocated by Hillsborough County for 1 point whatever $billion for this stadium. And nobody is definitely saying that the Bucks are going to have to wait to get their renovations. Here's why that's important. That's important because although we talk sports, politics matters when it comes to infrastructure of our communities.
Yep.
And if the state is saying, hey, we want to change how property taxes are collected on non school taxes, that puts a 1/3 hole in the budgets of every county in Florida. That means your police, roadways. Who gonna fix them potholes when your car just didn't tow up his axle on? All of that's important. So now you got to go back to the same county, Hillsborough County, and say, look, we just put a 1/3 hole in your budget. And we want you to go ahead and approve the money for the stadium. Remember, Hillsborough County commissioners are elected people. They got to answer to taxpayers. And if you fuck over taxpayer money in Hillsborough County, the same county that would not approve teachers for what, 10 years to get a rate, it was going to be like a raise them up to like 50,000 starting or something like that. But it was only going to be 25 cents on your property taxes, 25 total. And for 10 years, we said no. Oh, by the way, I left something out. Even if the state approves this whole tax measure, I believe it has to go to, I'm almost 99% sure it's got to go on a ballot. So now you got to get taxpayers to agree with you to do this and put it on a ballot. So this is not a simple, oh, it's funded because I said so. No. If you don't have the paper, if you don't have a contract that says, hey, this is paid for, it's not paid for. There's no arguing about this. This is no debate. It's not paid for. You know who already allocated money for a raised stadium? Another county. That's not up for debate. That was done. Hillsborough County was not done. So while you want to attack my veracity for the truth, at the end of the day, I can only speak on facts that are in the public domain. I cannot speak about what's going on behind closed doors that may or may not happen. That's not how this works. That's not how truth works. There is a hope and there's facts. Right now, the Rays are living on a hope. But that's my diatribe. Oh, how
My
everybody
whole
doing?
thing, my whole thing with arguing about this stadium is as a lifelong Floridian, I moved, came back. I've lived in every major city in this state. Listen to what I'm saying. I've lived in every major city in this state with the exception of Tampa. That's the only major city in the state I have not lived in. But we talk about, and I'm saying this as a sports fan. I love sports, but we're talking about allocating millions and billions of dollars out of the state budget to build a stadium for billionaires. When as citizens we having issues with homeowners insurance because nobody wants to cover hurricane and flood, and we're talking about spending
or having
billions.
issues
Huh?
or having issues with fixing roads and infrastructure.
No, they'll fix roads. They'll fix the infrastructure, especially up here in Tallahassee. They'll fix it. But the stuff that really counts, like having your homeowners insurance double and triple from year to year because there is no competition here, so they can pretty much charge what they want to charge. I That is what I take issues with. And to make this and to bring it all home and make it all ironic, why do the Rays need a new stadium?
They need
Because
to
of a hurricane.
because of hurricane.
Thank you. So where are citizens cannot get hurricane and house insurance, and we're arguing about a stadium that was absolutely wrecked because of a hurricane. The jokes write
That
themselves, right?
Oh, yep.
was there. You talk about a stadium that was there before they even got a baseball team that nobody really didn't even want.
Thank you.
So I just I wanted everybody to know that I take this issue seriously and I don't play. And as far as my credibility and character, this ain't to pat myself on the back. This just the facts. I was the one that told y'all that the Rays weren't going to Orlando. Despite what Marlo said and everybody else said, I knew. Because unlike a lot of other people, me and Marlo have people we can pick up the phone and call and be like, am I talking crazy? And they'll tell me. I was the one that told y'all about Clemson, that they was going to sue the ACC. I was also, when the kid in the MEAC didn't qualify for the Olympic trials, I picked up the phone and called the MEAC. I will pick up the phone and call and get to the bottom of stuff. Hell, I tried to call the Bucks to find out if the Bucks are okay with a baseball stadium across from Raymond James. Please understand,
You know good and damn well they are
they not
not
gonna
okay
answer my phone call.
if they gonna that's gonna get rid of their parking. They don't want shit to do with it.
So I know what the answer is gonna be, but I gotta do my due diligence and pick up the phone and call. They're not gonna call me back. They might call Marlo back. They ain't calling me.
Hey, Marlo, when Troy calls the Bucks, they be like, "Ain't this crazy nigga that's a Raiders fan?"
Like this, we hear you talk about towing that man's car. We don't want no parts.
So, but
Man
again,
won us a championship and you hate it.
Or I said, or when I said the, or when I sent the little thing talking about Randy Orton won the RKO because he called wrestling soft.
I feel like Tom Brady should have to answer for that discussion. That's not
I
hate.
want
That's
Tom.
just you got to answer
That's
for that.
ignorance. Uh,
You just got to answer for that.
prime physical physically gifted Tom. I can't even call him physically gifted because he wasn't fast. He had a really good O line. But prime NFL Tom Brady would get his ass whooped by a college level wrestler.
But again, I want to welcome everybody to the show, though. I had to get that out the way because, to be honest with you, in the middle of the day, I thought about telling the dude to come on to the podcast. But again, you're not finna see me go back and forth with Rattler. I'm never gonna do that. I'm not. And bringing him
Nah,
on the
sometimes
podcast,
you got to go back and forth with them. Sometimes let me check
I
this.
I understand. I don't want that to become my narrative. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, yeah, I get what
So
you're saying.
I I would I love hearing people with different perspectives. I love that. Matter of fact, Keith is going to be on the way soon from Fangs Up Podcast. I love hearing different perspectives. So inviting people on the show ain't no problem. Like I don't agree with Blue everything he say, but I bring him on to the show because sometimes you might learn something. But what I'm not finna do is play with facts. I'm not finna lead y'all around lying and whatnot. I ain't finna do none of that. But to the show, something big happened this weekend. Something big happened this weekend. Um, SWAC championships. Dot froze for some reason. SWAC championships in indoor track happened this weekend. On the women's side, Florida A&M won the women's indoor meet, and then on the men's side, Texas Southern won. Give me a couple seconds. I'll bring up a couple of outstanding performers. But what I do want to say is we do not get a lot of chances to talk about track. When we get to outdoor season, I'm gonna bring the HBCU track guy back on. We had him on a couple. I want to say a year ago. I'm gonna bring him on so we can get into the outdoor track. I got you, Doc. Hold on one second. Get to the outdoor season and get into that. But it just everything with timing. I didn't have proper timing to get him on the show, so I didn't want to reach out at the last minute and be like, "Can you come on the show?" So I'm gonna try and get him some proper timing when we get in the outdoor to start talking about, who to look for, who can translate from not just HBCU college track, but also on the international stage. So we'll get that in the mix. But on the women's side, outstanding women's field performer was Cornelia Watts from Arkansas Pine Bluff. And then the outstanding track performer was, I hope I'm saying these names right. Tara Burt, Florida A&M. The women's coach of the year was Garfield Ellenwood. The second, I will get him on the show at some point. Again, timing is everything. And then your indoor champions, the women 3,000 meters was Olivia. I hope I'm saying that right. ALY. That looks like Olivia. Olivia Brown, Texas Southern. Melania Mallory from Jackson State was the women's weight throw. The 60-meter champion was, y'all killing me. Deandra Neek Gaines. Why do I know that name? FAMU. Marlo, is that
Because
Marlo?
you do know that name. You know that name.
I think that I want to make sure that that's not one of the Gaines brothers' daughter. The
I
four
think she is.
she okay. 400
I
meters.
believe she is. That's why I was saying you know that name, but I
Yeah,
believe
I
she
was
is.
like, that name sound familiar. The 400 women's 400-meter champion is Layla Gaynor from Alabama A&M. The 800-meter champion is Aaliyah Williams from Alabama State. The 1 mile champion, Aaliyah Williams, Alabama State. For those who don't really know about middle distance, and the mile is really a middle distance, middle distance runners can pretty much on the college level dominate both at the mile and the 800 meters. So it's not unusual to see the mile champion and 800-meter champion be the same person. The 5,000-meter champ is Laura Avia from Alabama A&M. Women's long jump is Camille
We
Lewis
need to
from.
go cross country, babe.
Yeah, we do. Women's pole vault is Kennedy McCord, Alabama State. Women's shot put is Cordelia Watts from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Women's triple jump, Marlo like this. The Adrian Belleville, Alabama State. Women's long jump was Ariane Latson Florida A&M. Women's pentathlon. What about pentathlon was Sanaa Knichens. I hope I'm saying that right. Sanaa. Nope, I'm saying it wrong. Sanaa Kitchens, Prairie View A&M. I'm wearing my glasses, y'all. Alabama State won the middle distance or the distance medley relay. The 400-meter relay was Alabama A&M. I feel like I missed the 4x100 relay.
And this indoor, right? That's from indoor track and field.
Yeah, maybe there wasn't a 4x1 on the indoor. And then men's indoor track and field.
Texas Southern dominated.
Yeah. It's not. I expected them to dominate. And they did.
Somebody asked me about why did Texas Southern dominate and on indoor and sometimes outdoor track and field. If you ever come to Houston, there's a school right across the street. And they live in the shadows of the person who went to school there, named Carl Lewis.
It should always be Texas Southern, FAMU when it comes to track. I want them to be better, but it is what it is. On the men's side, the outstanding performers for the men was Michael Fulton, Southern. Outstanding. I'm sorry, that was a field. Outstanding performer. Outstanding performer track was Kirk Dawkins, Florida A&M. Shout out to you, sir. Men's coach of the year was Clyde Duncan Sr., Texas Southern.
Thank you.
The 3,000 meter champion. Ooh. I'll be working on these names, y'all. Andrew Kapalagat, Bethune-Cookman. Weight throw was Ezekiel Salma, Florida A&M. Men's 60 meters was Darian Lawrency, Florida A&M. The 60-meter hurdles was Leonard Mastari, Florida A&M. 200-meter champion was Derek Williams, Alcorn State. 400-meter champion was Trellis Foster, Alcorn State. 800-meter champ, Kirk Dawkins, Florida A&M. 1 mile champion again, Kirk Dawkins, Florida A&M. 5,000-meter champ, Skylar Hundle, Grambling State. High jump champ was Roman Smith, Southern. Men's pole vault, Adam Hines, Texas Southern. Men's shot put, Caden Berry, Jackson State. Triple jump champ, Ahmad Muhammad, Texas Southern. I got questions. Men's long jump, Michael Carter, Bethune-Cookman. Men's heptathlon, Donovan Brooks, Texas Southern. There we go. Distance medley, Bethune-Cookman. 4x4 relay, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Now, I'm looking at this, and if I'm not mistaken, FAMU men's had made a move, but I think the podium results ended up pushing Texas Southern over the top. I think FAMU ended up being third, if I'm not mistaken. So
I just want to add that FAMU women won, and we don't have any field events on either side. We only have runners.
Yeah. So
I wish we did have field events. I like field events, but I know Coach Garfield wants to add them, but it's just not in our deck of cards right now.
Yeah, we got some infrastructure that we need to take care of, and once we take care of that, then we can get FAMU relays back.
That's because on the men's side it was very cross country heavy. we would have like a handful of sprinters, and Marlo can tell you this, but then we would like clean up at that distance and middle distance because we had a really good cross country team. We don't have cross country anymore.
Yeah.
So those events that we would usually win, those 800, those meters, those 15,000 meters, 5,000 meters, we don't have runners in those
Yeah. But congratulations to all the champions. If nobody else salutes you, we salute you here because it's the spring. It's strike season. This is the best time of year.
anymore.
Absolutely.
And fuck FIU for giving us that bullshit ass schedule in Miami with the softball team this past weekend.
Yeah. It's all right.
Troy's about to crash out watching the baseball.
Man, let me tell y'all something.
That man does not care about our health at the beginning of the season. It has always been this way. He don't care about how many mild heart attacks, gray hair, hypertension. He don't care about none of that at the beginning of the season. We be yelling and screaming into the void, and Shoot does not care.
So I'm gonna tell you why I don't have a problem with it, right? So Granger was injured last year.
Yep.
Right? So he was injured last year, and all his starts for a while are gonna be essentially rehab starts. He's gonna be on a pitch count until we know everything is stable and everything is all good. Right? So I'm okay with that. Also, let's just keep it a buck. Alabama State game, hugely disappointed, but it's the preseason, even though it counts, it's the preseason essentially. And our bats get better as the year go on, right? Our pitching to get better. But I was not expecting Arkansas Pine Bluff, and Coach Hernandez told us Arkansas Pine Bluff got a pitcher. Man, let me tell you something. I ain't know. I know now. I ain't know before. Arkansas Pine Bluff might be coming to play for the SWAC title. So
You what?
God. Jesus.
I ain't being fun. I missed the first part. In what? Track and field,
In baseball.
Hell no.
They got a really good pitcher. Coach Hernandez told us they got a pitcher that throw in the 90s.
And you need more than if you got a pitcher and no bats, you're gonna be sitting on the couch. And he gonna be in the portal.
Yeah, and that was and like I said, Coach Hernandez told us that, coming into the season that UAPB might have something. So I was believing, but when you see it, I was like, oh, they might do have a little something over there. Now, again, this is early. Everybody got to go through that gauntlet. Everybody got to play their midweek games. Bethune-Cookman was playing USF tonight, and they was losing. I don't know the end of that game. I have to check. But also Bethune-Cookman had the score reverse, so I was like, oh, Cookman over there beating USF. Wrong. So, but it wasn't a blowout. It was 3-2. So, kind of what I expected with Cookman. Mike, I became an alcoholic and got kicked out. Mike, it's and by the way, when I say Mike, I'm talking about VMAT down there.
Oh, yeah, you got to be specific because that motherfucker starts.
Yeah, no, it's when I say Mike, it's VMAT because I know Mike is let me know it was Mike. Also, shout out to Mike because he hooked us up with Mr. Ansley. I want to say Ansley, right? The FAMU booster president. He hooked us up with him. Yep, Ansley. So he hooked us up with him, and we're gonna get him on the podcast in the next couple of weeks because we want to hear what he got to say. And specifically, me, I need to know. God damn it!
You know what? You know what, Troy? You might be on to something. I think we need to get everybody's booster president on the show.
Yeah,
that'll
but
come on.
me
So
yelling, "God damn it!"
your people. I don't think Bethune had no boosters at the moment. I could be wrong. No, that was the Alumni Association. So yeah, they should have. I'm not being funny. Don't look like that. I swear I'm not being funny.
They do have boosters. They just be watching them real heavy and Mason.
I ain't say it. I wasn't even being funny. I know they had issues with one DSO. I just didn't know which one it was. But yeah.
Let me go ahead. And get this out the way now. That didn't take long at all.
You can't put one. We didn't say nothing wrong.
Marlo said something wrong.
I'm starting. Hey, Troy, you know what? I'm starting to feel like you treat me bad on purpose, brother. But you keep sitting
wait a minute. I didn't say nothing wrong. I know some boosters over there on the campus.
Yeah,
they just don't have a lot of shows.
It was. And keep everybody don't know what I'm talking
about. they just don't know or don't have access to the number of stores that they would like to boost from. So just saying.
Mike T, it's not that we can't say anything about them. It's the fact that not only do we like talk about them, we also send them emails and say, "Hey, can we come to your events?"
And they let you come every single time. They'll be all right. They haven't told you no yet. Now, if they start telling you no, then maybe I'll scale it back. I'm not going to their regular ass shit, so they ain't got to worry about me. They ain't got shit for me to go to anyway.
Oh man. That being said,
they smell like poop, and not the good poop, like poop that comes from 4 Lakes.
Anybody other than Troy, did anybody check out an interview with Coach Thornton today?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm off. I'm early out tomorrow because I'm actually going to the softball game at FAMU versus Florida State. So I'm probably gonna watch it while I'm sitting in the stands tomorrow.
She had the Bernadine cut from Waiting to Exhale.
Man,
you said her husband can fight, right? Before I'm gonna keep my comment to myself. Don't worry about it.
He's the defensive coordinator for Tennessee State.
Oh yeah, let me shut up.
He's not a small man.
No, he's not.
We would all have to
man, y'all just you know what? I'm finna send this in the group chat. There will be no evidence of what I'm about to say.
It would be nice if I could see that, but Riverside keeps telling me I'm not being recorded. So
it say you're not being recorded, but you're being recorded.
I am, but it's not letting me do anything on the other side. So it literally shows me that and blocks everything.
Oh wow. If you're opening up another browser, separate that browser. Do you have another screen? Let me ask you that question.
Oh, there we go. I do have another screen. I can open up the browser. Okay.
If you move it to another screen, then you'll be able to see it. Yeah. There are I sent them a list of bugs, and then I told them I like the software 87%, but there are some bugs that need to be worked out, and they sent me a $20 gift certificate.
I was about to say, wait a minute, let me go find them.
That part.
Shit, I do that on the weekend. I find bugs. I made a nice little piece of money just bug hunting in my spare time.
Well, as we get down to the end of the season, we start looking at SWAC positioning in basketball.
Oh shit!
On the men's side, Bethune-Cookman still in first place. They probably got first place locked up. I don't think nobody catching them. Southern is in second. Third is Alabama A&M.
Fourth is
Jackson State is 6 and 8. Florida A&M is right behind Jackson State, and that's where really is the important parts for SWAC tournament. I'll get to the rest of the standings in a minute. As we get down to the SWAC tournament, that double bye becomes important because you don't have to play, 5 games in a week. You got a chance to be well rested when it's time for you to play, and that's the important part, is to be well rested. Little baby, it's that tight in the middle. 100% that tight in the middle. I want to be excited by FAMU men's last performance. I'm not complaining about turnovers no more. I'm just not doing that. That's just what they do at this point. But
I think it's his style. It's his style of play, and I'm not hating on him, man. We truly don't have a true PG1. We got like a PG1 by committee right now.
Yeah,
and that typically happens when Purifoy. The women's team looks different when we have Purifoy on the court and she's healthy. When she's not on the court or not healthy, that's the easiest way to put it. Or same thing if you look at Kyrie. Look at how the Cavaliers struggled through that championship run when Kyrie was out. Like, not just in the playoffs, the whole season. So when you really don't have a true PG1, and that's a rarity now, you're gonna struggle.
You being real nice. You might as well just go on and say we got a bunch of dudes who are athletes that are playing basketball.
But you can get away with that in the men's game. You can get away with just being a pure athlete. You can get 4 or 5 pure athletes and maybe 2 to 3 guys that actually know ball and win a championship on the men's side.
You can, but you also require some shooters.
That's my
true.
thing.
We don't have any.
Sanders is shooting from the parking lot efficiently, because for some reason he don't like being by the 3-point line. I don't know what it is. I like him. Do not get me wrong. I like him. He just don't like the regular 3-point line. He got to shoot from the parking lot. Then it's different. I don't know why.
We talked about it. That's the Steph Curry effect.
Yeah,
I agree. Every kid want to be Chef Curry.
Yeah, I mean, we used to, when I was coming up, we used to Jordan or Kobe. Maybe you got a couple of AIs, but now it's Curry.
When can we get a couple of Isaiah Thomases in?
Yeah. Do we want Isaiah Thomases though? I mean, if we respectfully,
we want his basketball IQ.
There we go. Thank you.
I ain't saying like now. I'm talking about it when with him actually being a point guard. Somebody like give me somebody like a John Stockton being a point guard.
Give me a Magic Johnson.
Yeah,
I think because his career was not as long as it could have been for obvious reasons. A lot of people don't understand, like, that dude was an alien, a point guard that big and kept the ball on the string.
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen.
So if we're gonna give Magic credit, and I'm not being Troy's favorite, the devil advocate, but isn't that how we end up with LeBron?
Yeah.
No.
How we ended up with Scotty.
That one.
Oof, you know what? I'm gonna say this for later because this gonna get good later. But Matt, I think Texas Southern does own a tiebreaker with us, so winning down the stretch is important. Just like Jackson State got to win down the stretch also.
Yeah, we got to win our last 4 games before to crack that top.
We had the top 5. Losing games you should have won come to bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
Is Jackson going to move on from their quarterback? I mean, their coach is a question too. Like as far as I mean, we know he's a local legend in NBA history, but
he's tied in for the next. He tied in for 2 more years.
Yeah, let somebody buy him the fuck out.
Here's my thing. I don't think they're having a bad year.
I don't either. I think they just got caught slipping a couple times, and it happens.
Yeah.
And using Deshaun Ruffin for, without having here's the thing, us not having a number 2 point guard, a backup point guard.
Boy, there's that word again.
Messes us up. We had that last season with Kevion Hunt. Kevion Hunt, he gone because he was our backup point guard, and he was our most consistent defender on the perimeter. So we got Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff, I know we got them Saturday.
Y'all got Pine Bluff, Texas Southern.
And then Pine Bluff, Texas Southern, and Valley. Valley is the last game of the season. So
yeah, I think the toughest one is going to be Texas Southern.
No, the toughest one really is going to be Pine Bluff because the way that they
yeah. You're right.
They play helter skelter. And they doing it without Dr. Bradley being in that lineup. So the thing about it is that if Deshaun is going to run offense is going to run through him regardless, because nobody can't create their shot, can't create their own shot except for him. Dorian McMillan, his shot comes off the extra pass, and especially if he's behind the 3-point line and let him be open, you know what I'm saying, you can drain it. But he has games where you can see him score 20, but he also got games where you see him score 3, 5, or even 1 point. You know what I'm saying? So, but also our interior defense is trash. I'm just being real. This is not being biased. This is just being unbiased and being real. Our defense, defense is trash, and we rank dead last in defense in the conference.
Mike T got a point. Y'all need to beat UAPB and Texas Southern. we got to handle business too. We got to handle business down the stretch.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all about how Valley played. The way y'all see Valley play, Valley can get with you in the first half, and it's like midway in the second half they run out of steam. I don't know what they did against Texas Southern, but they found a way to, they found the will to win the game.
On the last shot.
It was the last shot. It was stole the ball it was a stolen inbound pass. Stole the inbound pass and laid it up.
While we on the subject of point guards, if you want your kids to be good point guards, your kids should be watching Chelsea Gray. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm about to say another point guard I like to see, somebody who was actually a true point guard, was Chris Paul.
Yep, Chris Paul, Chelsea Gray, Kyrie Irving.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie's more your scoring point guard, but he can dish it.
Exactly. He in the league right now. There is nobody since Chris Paul is gone. Nobody has better court vision and a higher IQ as a PG than Kyrie Irving.
I'm sorry. I apologize, y'all. We playing Miami in Tallahassee. in a sold out arena, which don't happen.
Never happens.
Never
And
happens.
these dudes just splashing threes.
It's
They
cause
almost
y'all
make-
turned. It's cause y'all turned the U upside down and decided to post it on social media like them boys weren't gonna see it.
You know,
Who got some on? So somebody got some on Hard Rock Bets on that game. That's what it is.
Oh, definitely.
we always play them tough. Like for some reason, Florida and Miami, we play them tough. I don't understand. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
I mean, at least with Florida, there used to be a trophy. It was the dumbest trophy name ever, but it was a trophy. Like that was horrible. That was the Mayoist thing ever.
And if I'm gonna be fair,
the white is the white.
What you say?
It's the white is the white.
It was called the Milk Cup.
Yeah.
Oh,
because we had a sponsor. We had the sponsor. It was a sponsor.
It better have been sponsored by TG Lee if you gonna call it that.
Wait a minute. How Trey Donaldson leave Tallahassee? Hey.
No. Because your coach trying to put together a team with an EBT card.
He got a Tanner card.
Hey, you remember? Hey, people in Florida gonna remember this. Bro over there with a red, white, and blue card trying to buy a point guard.
I want to be mad, but I said it, so you know what?
It's not. I mean, find a lie. Like,
but
it's bad when UCF is ahead of y'all and it's not close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like quietly, UCF might have the best basketball team in the state, and that dude almost got fired. He almost gets fired every year.
Hey, you gotta keep him on his toes. Hell, FSU did the same thing to Hamilton. They turn up the fire a little bit. FSU make the damn make the turn every single time. They leave him alone the next year. They don't do shit. They say something again. They make the turn.
The only reason he not coaching now is because them text messages. If it wasn't for that, it wouldn't be an issue.
Has he ever coached women before?
No.
Oh shit, never mind.
We just not calling fouls. But that's the men's side. I do want to say I'm looking forward to this tournament because I should be healthy enough to enjoy all of the tournament. So
yeah, you got another week, or I'm gonna be on the beach somewhere.
Oh no, I got
a question for you. Who pissed off Hannah Hidalgo for Notre Dame?
The press.
Because
go look at their record. They have gotten blown the fuck out.
But
multiple times this year. They have lost multiple games that they should have won to the point where they dropped them out of rankings. So her in the press. Like play like you want to be here. Play like
and the ACC ain't that good this year, by the way.
I'm just saying with her individual performances because I know the last game she had 30 points, 9 assists, and 11 steals.
Mm-hmm. And I think that was against SMU.
Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why. I guess that's the reason why Olivia Miles said, "Fuck that! I'm going. I'm out this bitch."
No, I don't think we will ever know what happened with them in that team. But I think it's more to it than that. Because there's no way in the world you go to a school like Notre Dame, which is honestly on the women's side, that is guard you. Every guard that you can think of right now that you enjoy watching came from Notre Dame. Skylar Diggins, Archaic, Jewel Lord, Jackie Young.
Mm-hmm.
All of them came from Notre Dame. Most of them played on teams together. So that's guard. It's no way you think you as a guard gonna go to Notre Dame and it's not gonna be another guard there that can hoop.
But see, those players they played under who was that? What's the name of the coach?
They played under Muffet McGraw. A disciple of Pat Summitt.
And then now you got the new coach. I don't call Niall Ivey.
Calling a spade a spade.
What?
He said everybody's a disciple of Pat Summitt. I said, yeah, if we call him a spade.
Either her, or Leon Barmore,
Mm-hmm.
or what's the other?
We're talking about like Oriema or something like that. Didn't he come over under Pat Summitt too or something like that?
They have always been arch nemesis.
Because
The hate was real between the two, but I never.
Yeah, like they hated each other, and it was good basketball. Or she might have hated him. I don't know.
I know one person she hated. She hated Kim Mulkey.
I mean, almost everybody hates Kim
Mulkey. Everybody hates
my God. She said she hated that woman when she was a player and as a head coach.
You know what? If nobody has ever did it, she wrote a book, and it was about, I want to say it was that 97-98 team when it had Tamika Kitchens and Shamika Holtzclaw. Read that book. If you have not read that book, please read it. And read C. Vivian Stringer's autobiography. That one is really good too. But that Pat Summitt book,
crash out. I am absolutely about to
crash out. Pat Summitt, I tell y'all,
you about to crash out of Florida State.
Pat Summitt was on the women's court, on the women's side basketball. She was the queen of crash outs.
Hell yeah.
Yes, Troy, you cannot crash out over Luke Lautz.
It's not. No. It was they put up a graphic comparing Leonard Hamilton to Larry Nager, right? Leonard Hamilton didn't quit on his team.
No, his team quit on him.
So,
that's it.
I mean, they are not the same. My point. That's my point. They are not the same.
One said fuck it, and the team said fuck you on the other one.
So, but some other news before we get to this women's side, some other news that happened. So there has been this thing about professional players going to the NCAA. LSU has said, you know what? And in the description, I put the phone name and I updated it. LSU is signing Owen Foxwell.
What the hell is that?
Boy, somebody's girlfriend having a hell of a good time.
Nah, that's my watch, my Apple Watch. We got an Amber Alert, so
man, you don't turn that shit off.
I just turned it on.
No, turn it off so they can't send it to your phone.
It's automatic.
No, fuck. I hadn't gotten an Amber Alert in 3 years, and I live in Florida.
For real, man? I didn't know you could block the things.
You can opt out. You can opt out.
The fuck out. That is not my problem that you and your baby mama fussing and you decided you wasn't gonna meet at the drop off stuff. Leave me alone.
Oh shit.
Where is? Oh my God.
Where's what?
But you know what? It's always somewhere in South Florida. It's always South Florida.
It's always South Florida.
It's
either South Florida or Troy Cousins over there in Tampa and goddamn the Muck. It's always over there.
Nah, here in Texas, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Here in Texas is always either in South Texas, in the valley, or all the way out there where Wichita Falls and the Big Plains here in the state.
Oh my God!
They don't do that shit around here in Dallas.
It's a lot of things I expected to hear.
I need this to happen, Troy. I need y'all to not never, ever wear them teal uniforms the same day you playing Miami because you have orange and blue on the court. That's sacrilegious. And I say that as a Florida State fan.
How y'all felt about them jerseys?
They would show, Matt Wright, they would show the Amber Alert, they would show a Silver Alert. Silver Alert is for the old folks. They would show that on while you driving on the fucking freeway.
Why are you still shooting three?
Yeah, bro.
It's early in the game, Troy. You know they're gonna lose. I don't know why you.
In 295 in Florida, they have digital billboards that say Silver Alert. Yes. Be on the lookout, man. You know how many cars? You know how many Altimas are rolling in Florida?
It is always a silver Altima. It's a silver Nissan Altima.
I'm about to say, ain't Florida like the retirement capital of the motherfucking United States?
It's called
Yes.
the Village. They also #1 for STDs. Welcome to Florida.
And they just got a Hooters.
Wait.
They just
And no
got a
black
Hooters.
people go up there because black people don't go to the
None.
villages.
I'm gonna tell you know what? Sidebar, funny story. My career is in logistics, right? Primarily last mile. I'm in middle mile now, and I'm fighting for my life, and I hate it. So I used to manage the UPS hub in Orlando, and every day I never forget. I think the route was called the 72C, and it went to the villages. Every day you would see drivers come in, be like, "Hey, what route I got today?" And you would see that dude that got the village route, and you would see him drop his head and grab his expensive ass cooler and slow walk to his truck every day.
Do y'all be praying for him?
Man, no, so at first I didn't know what was going on. So finally I was like, man, what's wrong? They talking about, man, you don't want to go to the villages, man. Right. Half of it is pretty much a nudist colony, and every man in the uniform that go up there get chased. I was like, oh my God.
That's the thing. Like, the villages, you could get anything. You could get the nudist colonies, the little eyes wide shut people. It's the villages. That's all.
It's the villages, and I was like, "Dang, I'm sorry."
and not just that,
I guess
the most
only in Florida.
Yeah, so it got to the point where they started putting like the guys that had just got out of driving school and was new. They started putting all of them on their route. I was like, "Man, y'all wrong." Y'all wrong for that.
I'm about to say, I guess only in Florida where you see that shit.
Oh yeah.
Man,
I mean, your retirement check
open.
go further in Florida because we don't have no state income tax.
So the I-4 corridor is
that is the goddamn terror.
Orlando, from Tampa to Orlando, Tampa to Daytona. Y'all think Miami is bad? It is wide open here. Like you don't. The strip clubs in Orlando ain't nothing. You go to Tampa for wild, but literally the wildest stuff that you could see on old HBO happens in Central Florida.
Yep.
There are, I'm going to call them clubs. From Tampa to Orlando, there are 4 clubs on the way.
One of them is not a club. It is a hotel with a club.
What the fuck?
That's exactly what they do there.
Tell me.
Look, there's a reason these people come to Orlando and do Barrett Jackson and Kissimmee. It's not very far from there.
Yep.
You know what?
Hey, Florida's
not a real place,
bro. I will stay my black ass here in Texas. Dude.
Hey, stuff starting to make sense now, don't it?
Hey, I will stay my ass in Texas, man.
Florida is not.
This is like, bro, y'all don't.
It's like going to Disneyland for niggas.
Yes,
but that's the problem. It's not just us. They like us and them. Like, don't go to the club.
It's not just us. Shit. I remember.
You know what?
We used to have.
Like I said, I've been in Florida a couple of times, but
we close to getting monetized. Let me reel this.
Florida's not a real place.
It is not a real place, and especially since they closed that magical place down that was in Miami on Isdale Road, they got to run that back.
Look, let's just say it like this: it's gotten so bad. They shut one down in Orlando, and the community was like, "Thank you." And it was down the street from the Citrus Bowl. And I'm not saying like down the street. I mean, literally a block from the Citrus Bowl, you had a whole club that was just Sodom and Gomorrah. And it was wide open.
I would be like, I bet y'all the religious nuts be out. You're going to hell.
They be in
You don't go there.
They be inside.
That's their part of town.
That's where they hang at.
That's their part of town. Look, we have a place. It's called Soto. If you stay in Soto, we just assume you're just part of the community.
Yes. That's why, you know what? I'm going to tell you how crazy it is, right? You know how they like to show videos of people standing outside of clubs and abortion clinics? Jesus love it. None of them places in Florida. Not to one.
Not except for North Florida. Out northwest.
They ain't even out there.
You get over there, Pensacola. They used to do it out there in that area. They don't do it no more.
Pensacola, that area. So once you get past really it started in Jackson County, and once you hit Jackson County and go that way,
That's Alabama.
that's where it's at. But once you get past Jackson County and go to Jacksonville, no.
I can't believe the stories that I'm listening to right now.
So Florida's
I
not
had
a place.
stories here in Texas. Shit, y'all got me beat. Goddamn.
Yeah,
Florida got everybody beat.
Well, exactly. That's why when people be like Florida, not the South, I don't even get mad no more. I be like, you know what?
I say it like this: Texas and Florida is not the South. Texas is Texas, and Florida is Florida. That's it.
I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna move on. If you come to Tampa and somebody tell you to go to Eyes Wide Shut, do not take your wife.
Don't go over there.
Don't go to none of the clubs in Tampa.
She ain't yours no more if you go to Eyes Wide Shut.
It don't matter where you go in Tampa.
I was just about to say that, Keith.
I'm about to say that place, any place in Tampa,
place
Troy.
in Tampa.
Look, y'all clubs is different.
You know what, Keith? You weren't on the show when I told people that before the world discovered Tampa in that Tampa, Sarasota area, Clearwater, that's where Floridians used to vacation.
Where is it now?
Floridians did not go to Orlando. If Floridians were going on vacation, we went to Tampa.
That's why Busch Gardens is there. And Busch Gardens give out free liquor.
They got some of the best roller coasters in the country, though.
They really do.
Yeah, Busch Gardens.
And they giving free liquor out again.
I concur.
Clearwater.
Oh shit! Let me go get a beer and go ride that and ride the Egyptian again. I'm off for 10 days.
The Falcon is the thing too. That little drop ride. They got some.
I like the Falcon.
Oh man, we got to get back to sports, y'all. We got because I done started already thinking up Florida stories.
You gonna get beat up? Don't follow us.
Let me go ahead and get back on topic. Anyway, so LSU is signing this kid from the NBL, Owen Foxwell, who is a athletic point guard, playmaker, averaging about 11 points a game in the NBL, but he's an incredible upgrade over anything LSU got. Now, this is important because the young man from Alabama, Diaco, was just denied another year eligibility. But when it was announced that LSU was bringing this man on, Diaco has gone back in the court and asked for an emergency TRO. Or asked for he asked for an emergency appeal and an emergency injunction against the NCAA to allow him to play. Go ahead, Doc.
All right. Here's what I want to say about this. The kid that's coming over from the Australia, because that's the Australian league, Australian New Zealand, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's coming to college. Yes, he. I mean, over there he's considered a pro, right? He's considered a pro, so he's going to college. And it's not like you could give him a scholarship here. I mean, he could take some of the earnings that he made from.
Oh no, he's going to be on scholarship.
He's going to be on scholarship. I'll make him pay for it out of pocket. Now, if he's only going to be there for 1 year, if he's going to be there for 1 year, I'll make him pay out of pocket. If he's going to be there for more than a year, like 2 years.
Yeah, but if he was paying if you make him pay out of pocket, he's not coming.
Yeah. But it's different. Here's the thing. Bediako is different because not only did you went to college before it got drafted to the NBA, and you was a G League dropout.
G League dropout.
You decided that you want to go back to college, and you played for Alabama, and you still suck.
Damn.
What about you is so
I'm
what
trying
about
to this conversation.
Hold on. Let me crash out. Let me crash out. What about you is so fascinating that you're only averaging 2.9 points a fucking game and only probably like a rebound and a half a game. You suck. You trash. You are trash. You are a G League dropout. You might as well just go overseas and play.
Garbage truck Jones.
I swear to God, y'all, this is a fairness conversation.
It's fair.
Unloading the chopper for
and I'm gonna say the same thing about Mari Bailey. Mari Bailey was top 5. Was top. He was drafted. He was drafted in the second round in the NBA draft a couple years ago. You played 10 games in the NBA. You trash, and then you decided you want to go back to college. For what?
Actually, Doc making my point. You actually making my point.
You trash.
There's no outrage for players of the lighter hue than it is for Black-born American players.
So,
because nobody complains about Black European players, but American kids, I'm starting to believe what Kevin Durant is saying.
So, okay, yes. Now, I know a bunch of random facts, so I could be confusing the sports. But I remember years ago, this came up about European guys coming over, playing college sports, doing whatever that had been pro. And the argument then was, well, they don't have a collegiate system like we have in the United States. They kind of don't have an option. If you come out of high school and you're really good, you go pro. And to that, I say, that ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with what we got going on. I cannot take my ass to Norway, Australia, wherever he's at, and be like, hey, I'm gonna do this because y'all do it this way. They gonna say, nigga, sit your ass down. When in Rome, you do as the Romans. So if here at the time you could not say, hey, the NBA ain't treating me right, I'm finna go play for UF. If he pro in Australia, he's pro. 21, 17, 35. Don't give a damn. A spade is a spade. And if you're going to use that argument for one, you got to use that argument for all.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. It's a story that Charles Barkley, he always tells this story about Dirk. About when they went over played in Germany, as you know, a bunch of the pros went over to play in Germany. He asked Dirk, he asked them, what school you going to? He told him, I'm going into the Army, right? Because Dirk had already played for a couple of pro teams, right? He played for his pro team in Germany. But the difference is Charles Chuck said he was gonna get him some money and tell him to go to Auburn, right? But at the same time, I think their pro system is different from ours. And
again,
yes.
And my argument ain't gonna change. What the fuck does that have to do with me and us? What does that have to do with a kid that's at the University of North Carolina right now, or a kid that's at Booker T. Washington High School in Pensacola, Florida? What does that have to do with us? Nothing. Whatever they got going on over there is what the fuck they got going on over there. And we wouldn't be having this conversation if David Stern would not have pushed the league into Euro-style based basketball 27 years ago. We would not be talking about this if it wasn't for David Stern. And I'm going to tell you what is wild. I had this argument with my brother when I was 15 years old, and he told me I was wrong. David Stern got a point. We had this conversation again last year. Guess what he said? Man, you was right.
I think also though it's some of that. If you're going to have European players come over and play professionally, and have American players be able to do vice versa, somebody has to have one consistent standard. Either you playing college basketball and you going pro, or you going over there and you are pro. But I don't think, I'm with y'all, I don't think it's right that you get a year to be a pro and then you come out and you like, man, I'm kind of washed up. I get to go over there and I get to play, college ball. Like, I have an issue with that.
Look like
But then with Amari Bailey was good when he was at UCLA. He gets to the NBA, you find out that the sun ain't shining on the other side right there, and then you decide, okay, let me see if I can get back into college. No, it don't work like that. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, the thing is, according to states courts, it's starting to work like that. And the problem is not the schools, it's not the players, it's the NCAA. They've never been clear, had a clear policy on their rules regarding pro athletes.
But they also couldn't enforce the rules, Troy.
They also couldn't enforce it either.
Like right now, the SEC, that is pro football. Like we can say what they want to. I mean, Miami is a pro football team. You got a receiver making $1.4 million. Like, and he's not that tall, but he about to get that millions of dollars, and he might stay all 4 years, and that kid might make almost $7 to $10 million as a college football athlete.
But he gets, and here's the thing. Here's the thing nobody wants to talk about. He can appeal after his 5th year and say, hey, I deserve another year because, again, the NCAA has been broken from the word go. We just now have enough resources to where kids can afford attorneys to be like, I'm a sue because I feel like I've been wrong. And again, all of this fall at the feet of the NCAA. They had indentured servitude forever and a day, and they never thought these days was coming. First, they had to allow these players freedom of movement. And then when it came to compensation, they lost that one and about to lose it again because the next topic I'm going to introduce, the CSC, which is supposed to be the governing, the enforcement board of the NCAA when it comes to NIL, have been sending out letters about 2 things. One, players receiving compensation that was not reported to NIL Go, the software that didn't work.
It's been that way. It has been that way.
Oh,
and
it get better. They sent a letter to Oregon and say, hey, you got some unreported NIL deals. Then a story comes out the next day that teams are giving athletes companies are giving athletes apparel deals because apparel deals get through. Because they serve a legitimate purpose.
They do serve a legitimate purpose. Money laundering.
Apparel and mattress firm.
Okay, Doc, we lost Doc. He'll be back soon. But it's all interesting to me, and I don't have a hate train on the NCAA. I
do. I absolutely do.
I have a hate train for the fans who, whatever the NCAA say is law. No, it's not.
That's because it benefited them, though. Like that narrative benefited them.
Because again, I'm young enough and old enough when the NCAA to remember, and y'all are too, has done some really fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm.
To people, to programs, to individual college athletes. Yes, like why before the transfer portal? Why if players leave a school they lose a year?
Willie Simmons.
No, not even just him.
I mean, but it hurt FAMU in a way that
No. What hurt us was us trying to jump D1. That FBS. That is what hurt us because he was already on campus and practicing before they was like, no, can't do it because they trying to jump divisions. That is what hurt us. We would have won the championship that year. But I'm not gonna argue about it. But for what? What is gained or lost prior to the transfer portal if a kid said, hey, I'm leaving?
The coaches having the ability to tell a kid that I ain't signing.
But you can recruit me in January and decide somebody else gonna give you $15 more million in May, and now I'm fucking stuck.
And we have seen literally what the transfer portal has become. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw the offensive lineman who used to be at FAMU, then he used to be at Tennessee State, now he's at Virginia Union, And it's like, y'all kids better watch out. This transfer portal ain't what y'all think it is.
No.
But also, nobody not even thinking. Here's the thing about a program that are they thinking about what the APR issue is going to be about? Because still now,
The NCAA
APR,
don't care. Hold on. Let's back up. The NCAA don't care about APR. That is just the tool to make sure certain schools don't get to a certain level. Let's be clear.
I'll say they. I won't say they don't care. I think it's more so, can they enforce it? Like, to me, APR at this point is something they can't enforce.
because all the movement.
Yeah.
All the moving and all the money. Like, at this point, you start talking about, like, we could have an actual conversation where we can say how the SEC could literally shoot you double middle fingers as an NCAA and say, we're gonna do this by ourselves, and you're not gonna argue. Because let's be honest, every last one of us, if you're paying for ESPN Plus, is this close to being like, yeah, I'm about to cut it because football season's over. And that $30 bill ain't worth it.
And they about to be pissed.
I don't care.
Until football season come back around.
Right. And then I'm like, hey, I'm back.
Exactly.
He's act like he's never left.
Yeah, and y'all better have some football for me.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, though, when you think about it, man, the for them to have the coaches have the ability to write off your future if you decide that you want to transfer to another school within your same conference or within another conference or maybe even to a rival. They coaches hate that. But like you said, now because the NCAA is so their rules and regulations are so archaic now. Because of the simple fact that now we're in the 21st century. Oh no, y'all gotta. Here's the thing with the NCAA. You have kept the same rules and same everything since 1905. That is 121 years ago. And you think that everybody's gonna abide by those rules since from the start of the 20th century. I just have to say, it's not gonna happen because of the simple fact that they don't. These schools, these conferences don't consider the NCAA. They don't consider y'all the end all be all. Right?
Because if Amazon is gonna pay me as the University of Georgia $20 million, why do I need the NCAA?
You don't. That's the reason why I'm looking at it to where. That's the reason why I'm looking at it. The Power Four, like Troy said, the Power Four is looking to branch away from the NCAA, form their own shit, and call it a day. They then the NCAA, because see, here's the thing about this too. The NCAA really don't have shit. They can't do nothing about those Power Four schools, but you know what they can do about? They can do something about the FCS because we depend, you know what I'm saying? We depend on them. We depend on the NCAA for certain shit.
Yeah, thanks to
racism. Do something about Division 2, they can do something about Division 3. But when it comes down to the P4s, and then they have some autonomy over the G6 schools.
It's really only, and I use this term because that's what it's going to be soon. It's only really the A2. The A2 is really making all the decisions. On the new governing board, they own the majority of the voting power.
Yep.
Like the ACC can say what they want. You ain't no power conference. Power conferences make over $40 million a year.
And part of the ACC's problem is, one, they were late to expansion, and then two, they were persnickety with who they wanted to expand. Like they tried to really, they missed it. Like if you think about it,
I don't think it's fair to say they were late to expand because the ACC is what caused all that ruckus 20 years ago.
Yeah, but they didn't pull the trigger. Like they had their hands on the trigger, and they could have
What
really
trigger
like.
didn't they pull? That's how the ACC ended up with Syracuse. Did I
But
miss something?
but the ACC
So
never pulls
before
the
that,
trigger on USF. They never pulled the trigger on West Virginia. They never pulled
Why
the
would
trigger on UCF.
why
Like
would
hold on, it go
but
back
as the
before that.
ACC, why do I want USF and UCF?
because
It goes back
because you
before
want
that.
it for the metropolitan cities. Like
Yeah.
you want to be able to have Miami, Tallahassee's not a market. It's just
Tallahassee,
Tallahassee.
throw
But
that.
but you,
Tallahassee and Clemson, you can kick them off the board.
right, but you want Miami, Tampa, Orlando. Right there in itself, those are three major markets right there. And then
But
you
but but if we look at the makeup of the ACC, none of those schools fit.
It's
they would
always
But
fit.
been
this was the
Carolina.
thing. Hold on.
20 years ago, none of those schools fit. They might make sense now, but 20 years ago, if the ACC would have pulled in those schools, everybody would have laughed at them.
But if they
So,
pull them in when they make the Syracuse move, I think that's when they missed it. Because you may have laughed at them then, but UCF is still the largest to second largest school in the nation.
No,
At the
but
time, USF is a system.
I'm not debating that. But at the time, me and you live in Florida. We didn't think that was gonna happen.
I thought it should have happened.
No. With the school being that big.
Yes, for me, because again, being from Florida and living here, living in Central Florida, and understanding like for me to go to in Orlando, everything is 3 hours. So if you think about it, like Miami is 3 hours, Tampa is an hour and 15, St. Pete is 2 hours, like Tallahassee's 3 hours. Like all of a sudden, you are bringing everybody into the state, and you can literally split the two Florida schools in each conference, so everybody gets to visit Florida. I think that would have been a better play as far as long term, and you get large schools with big future alumni base, big markets that are going to continue to grow as far as student wise. UCF and USF eventually they have to get bigger than Florida State. Florida State can't keep up just because it's Tallahassee. I love Tallahassee. I'm from there. Who wants to live there that's not from there? What businesses do you have? Florida State is what it is.
It's a college town.
It's a college town, but also Florida State is what it is. What major company has slapped their name on any Florida State building?
But that's because it's Florida.
it's
I'm about to
because
say something.
the
I'm about to
booster
say
president.
something.
No. I get to say it. The booster president that is now AD Ski Mask is the reason behind all of that. There is a lady who became a billionaire, and she ain't the only one. It's two of them that's getting ready to be a billionaire.
They got a couple.
To be billionaires.
They got a couple of them, Keith.
He
And
pissed
them
off
people
the
don't
wrong
want shit to do
people.
with that school. And they don't want nothing to do with that school public facing. Let me put it that way.
He pissed off the wrong people. Not even with the whole Willie Taggart thing. It
Willie
was
should
the
have got
whole
fired.
assistant athletic director at Louisville, who we paid for. We paid the money for him. And he came in and said, you know what? No. Who is you? You a booster. Who is not an athletic director?
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. So the addition of adding Syracuse, Pitt, at the time, at the time, Rutgers. What Rutgers in the ACC at the time?
No.
Right?
They lost. What's it called? In the ACC?
Big East.
No,
They always been the Big
Maryland.
East before they went to the Big Ten.
Maryland was in the ACC.
Maryland.
So
losing Maryland in the ACC, that really messed you up because you have no representation of the DC market area, the Metro DC area right there, the DMV. You have no representation there. Huh?
It's worse. They're going to lose. The ACC is going to lose the Tallahassee, Jacksonville, and part of the Orlando and Tampa Bay market because Maryland told Florida State how to get out of the grant of rights.
I mean, you're going to lose Florida eventually, though, because Miami's going to leave.
Miami is definitely leaving.
Hold on. Everybody slow down. Before we say Miami is leaving.
You know they are.
Post breakup of the ACC, because Miami is a private institution, they probably stay. It's probably going to be Miami, all the private schools, Miami, Wake Forest, Syracuse,
Duke.
Miami Wake Forest, Boston College, Duke.
Boston College, is Boston College
It's
private?
private.
Private Jesuit.
It's
Private.
private.
Okay.
It's going to probably end up being a private school conference. If that's the case,
So when you think about ACC schools, think about junior wannabe Ivy League like
It's the old Big East.
junior Ivy League wannabe like
Without UConn.
Yeah,
And they were talking about bringing on UConn so that they could get the New York.
So you get UConn,
but hell, Stores is just Tallahassee with goddamn snow. It ain't nothing in Stores, but that's cool.
Can I be honest with y'all? Who the fuck wants to go to Stores in November?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Them there for basketball, and the basketball team.
But that's what I'm about to say. It really wasn't it really not for football. It's for the basketball. You get let's say the ACC brought in UConn, that boosts your basketball credibility to new heights because
it only boosts your credibility on the women's side.
You want to
No, it will boost it on the men's side too.
No, it does.
But hold on. Here's the ugly truth again. As we got more and more into media rights deals and started realizing that football paid more bills than basketball did consistently, what happened? Look at the ACC as it is now. You got to start asking yourself the question. Outside of Duke in North Carolina, do you take basketball serious? We got that question with Syracuse. Think about that. The Syracuse, who was in the Big East, take basketball seriously. That's what we at now.
But they used to.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
As college in general taking basketball, like I say this as a person who likes Kentucky, I can't tell you not name one player on the Kentucky basketball roster at all. And Kentucky basketball
John Calipari was the head coach now.
That part. So now it's like, I like the sport, but is the SEC even serious about college basketball? Like, are we in general serious about college basketball?
No, because we are the South, and college basketball gets us through the football season.
But the Big 12 is taking it serious because that's all they have.
That's because they on top of each other and they don't have fields. They can't play football. They have nowhere to play.
Except for Orlando.
That is it.
So and they suck down here.
You have to take basketball serious because you have nowhere to. Where they gonna play at? In the middle of the road?
In the cornfield.
Oh, you talking about the old Big A schools? That's what you talking about. Because
I think we have kind of forgotten that, and I didn't realize this till my best friend from high school. He ended up being a boot skin, but he was from Miami. His dad played for the Dolphins. So when they moved to North Florida because his grandma was up here, he was like, he played basketball. His mama wouldn't let him play football. He was like, yo, this is the first time I've ever had a gym at my school to play basketball in. He was like, what are you talking about? He was like, yeah, like we kind of everybody shared gyms. Everybody had their own football field. But with basketball, we kind of, shared gyms or play everywhere. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, and y'all kind of north, and the further north you go, they care about basketball more than they care about football. That still rings true. I think sometimes we like to forget it or pretend that that's not still true. That is still very much true.
I would say like this here in Texas, if you in the big, unless you in a big metropolitan area like Dallas, Houston, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, or even El Paso, of course you're gonna share. You're gonna have a couple of basketball arenas where too many people. If you in the district, you will share. Different high schools would share that that basketball arena, but now we had got to so now I know here in Dallas is where we they have like I don't know how much that bond was, but I know it was over a couple of $1 billion, right? So what they did was they went and what they did was is that they went and redid all the high schools, like the older high school that was that was built like in the 20s or the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. They just they renovated it, so that when they renovated it, they put everything up to modernized it, and then also, like if your gym, you had a crappy ass gym, they redid the whole gym and everything to where now you don't have to go. We don't have to go to all the way up to North Dallas to play a basketball game where it's two teams from Oak Cliff, but you got to go all the way to North Dallas where you can have it on the campus at your respective schools and stuff like that. But I mean, of course, you're going to see more. You're going to see more football. Like you said, you're going to see more football stadiums here in the state of Texas instead of little basketball arenas. Now, if you're one high school town, or if you're like a country town, like in East Texas or Southeast Texas, South Texas, something like that, of course you're gonna have your high school basketball and your high school football. They all gonna be right there. You ain't got to worry about sharing with nobody because it's your shit right there. But like I said, if you here in Texas, you in the metropolitan area, like a big metropolitan area, yeah, of course you're gonna share. Especially if you got more than 20-some high schools in your damn city. Like here in Dallas, we got 22 high schools.
How many high schools in Miami?
And two of them, and I'm gonna tell you like this: 2 of those high schools don't play no type of sport because they're magnets. Because it's here in Dallas,
in Miami,
is Booker T. Washington for visual and performing arts. It's the oldest black high school in here in the city of Dallas, and then it's Townview. Townview is number straight up like it's a high school, but it's all the magnet schools that used to be around Dallas. They house it in one building. The only one they don't house is the Booker T. Washington, and I think it's health professionals, but they don't have no teams. Wow. They don't have no teams. Matt, the college tournament. Oh, that was the Southland Conference used to be hosted in Katy, Texas. Southland Conference used to have Southland Conference when I was in school at SFA used to have their conference tournament in Katy, Texas at the was it the Farrell Center, something like that. But it's a high school arena. It's just the same thing like I announced last week. When the HBCU Athletic Conference, when they come in for the tournament next year here in Dallas, the championship game is going to be at Ellis Davis Fieldhouse. That is a high school arena.
I mean, but the SEC championships at a high school baseball stadium. I mean, it's a high school multi-purpose stadium. Like the Hoover Met is where Hoover High School plays football.
Right. So, it's just like Division II in football here. Division II in football. Division II championship in football is hosted at a high school stadium in McKinney.
Yep. So I mean, we talk quick about facilities, but sometimes we forget like them folks ain't doing that much different than us. No, they pick and choose.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the downfall of the ACC is I just think, like he said, not pulling the trigger early, even though they did post the schools early on in the 20, in the 2000s with the Miamis, with Miami and Pitt and Syracuse and when the Big East was when the Big East was failing. But to me, I really think that it all started, and it always going to come back to how all this started was with the demolition of the old Southwest Conference. When you did away with that whole conference, and you told the 8 schools, Arkansas had already left to go to the SEC in 1991. When you demolished the old Southwest Conference and just said for these 4 big fled schools that's looking for somewhere to go, we're gonna take Baylor because it's a private school, but they're a well-known private school. They got the big enough enrollment. We're gonna take Texas Tech because it's engineering, and we give Texas Tech, Texas A&M, and University of Texas. That's what we're gonna do with these schools right here, and you combine it with those old Big A schools, the Colorado, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, and Nebraska, Iowa State, and Kansas State. They didn't know how it was gonna be as far as when they combined the schools, because you're looking at travel, like. A person from Texas don't want to go to Ames in fucking December. A person from Texas don't want to go to fucking Boulder when wintertime is coming. Right? We don't want to do that, especially for football. First of all, everything up there. We ain't used to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to go to fucking Stillwater? Ain't shit in Stillwater, but Oklahoma State.
Another college town.
Mm-hmm.
There's another college town. Who wants to go to Manhattan, Kansas? There's nothing there.
Also, another college town with a military base.
Who wants to go to Lawrence? There's nothing there.
Mm-mm.
But people be mad. They say, man, we don't want to go to Baylor. Ain't nothing at Baylor but shit. I'd rather go to Baylor because guess what? You're an hour away from Dallas.
I'm probably going to
at least at Texas Tech. At least you go to Lubbock, even though it's a college. Lubbock is a college town because you got 3 other universities around there. It's bigger than going to Stillwater.
I'm probably going to piss some people off when I say this. 2 things. One, Raycom Sports is the downfall of the ACC. That'll point to the downfall of the ACC.
That Raycom Sports was a downfall of a lot of school conferences, because I think Southwest Conference was with Raycom.
Yeah, Raycom, but Raycom wasn't stealing from the Southwest Conference. You know what? I'll say that. The thing is,
they probably was stealing from the Southwest Conference. Hey, I can't even hold you on that, because Southwest Conference was fucking gangsters and told the NCAA, "Fuck you."
The other thing is that we talk about places people don't want to go. Winston-Salem State.
I don't know. Not these days.
Not these days, man.
Well, part of what,
as us, we want to go.
I mean, we want to go anywhere we voted 10% of the population. We just gonna be honest.
We want to go.
I think part of what killed Winston-Salem with that was also just travel. Like, again, you had failures by the by the MEAC. I mean, the MEAC again.
MEAC
I was about to say that, in the words of Donald Trump, they are too slow, too late. Like, they behind on everything. Even to this day, you start looking, what school have they brought in to fix the problem that they had? Where we all know Chicago State just went Division I as a black college or university, and they were like, "Hey, we want to join," and the MEAC said, "Nah, you good."
Meanwhile,
they said they don't want to do the travel, but they said they don't want to do the travel, but you still going.
You still got to go to Delaware.
We are we not walking to schools. We are flying. If it's close enough, we catching a bus. What are we talking about?
But
and you know what? The other thing with that is Chicago State, they got a major airport.
Exactly.
They got
multiple.
It's not like but it's not like you trying to fly into Tallahassee.
No,
they got major airport. Everybody flies to Chicago. Pick one. I don't even know which one is close to the school. But what?
I'm about
and
to
not
be real
just that.
good.
You had a city that was so. You think about it this. Chicago is so large. I think we neglect to realize that city is so large. At one point, it carried its own television network that was international. Like WGN was out of Chicago.
Yes.
And it was a national network. It no longer is, but it was. What you don't think that could support an HBCU conference, or just be something to
FAMU
where?
knew how big Chicago was. Know how many of my classmates are from Chicago?
Thank you.
I just got a
FAM
simple math
used
question.
to take everybody when they went on recruiting visits to Chicago. Everybody went. The president went. All the admissions. The 100 went. The major school. The
you
major
got to get
school
alumni
deans.
base up there in Chicago too.
Right,
Yes.
but that's why, because Hump went to Chicago.
I
Chicago had all of them Brighton scholars. All of them went to FAMU because Hump took everybody to Chicago. The 100 went to Chicago. The dean of SDI, the dean of pharmacy. If it was a recruiting trip to Chicago, they went. And in return, those people went back to Chicago, and when they had kids, guess where their kids go to school?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing with us in Jackson State. At the time, Dr. Peoples, because we called, giving his last name, he was the people's president, right? For us. So he did the things as far as going to Chicago, going to St. Louis, and just like you said, because most of the people that moved up north, they from small towns in Mississippi.
Where's Charlie at that gate?
Yes, the Chicago.
I wasn't looking at Charlie. I was watching the Bowie State apply
is a
D2A.
real thing, and people don't. And people
they don't believe
those
it,
two regions don't understand. So if you go and tap a random black person in Chicago, I bet you their grandma lives somewhere in the Delta.
Yeah.
Yep, the Great Migration.
And
for the record, Bowie State is applying belt to behind. It is 20 to 9. 22.
When their kids get older and they decide to graduate high school, guess where they're gonna send their kids down to? Send them back to the South. Because why?
HBCU go?
Because why?
No,
they're
it's on ESPN.
Because why is gonna make a man or a woman out of you?
Yeah, I mean you gotta, and I'm talking as a person that's from North Florida, but I used to spend my summers in Broward County.
I apologize, y'all. Whatever was on my mind, I just lost it when I saw Charlie Ward behind.
Why are you surprised he was at the FSU game?
I'm trying to figure that out too.
Is he not an FSU graduate?
Right.
Did he not get y'all a Heisman Trophy?
And carry y'all to the Sweet 16?
The National Championship?
National Championship?
I wasn't even talking about football. I'm talking about basketball.
Oh.
Charlie Ward.
Did y'all go to the third round with Charlie Ward?
Went to the Elite Eight.
Okay.
Carried them.
And it's not necessarily a beef with Charlie being there. It's the totality of everything. It's just the absolute totality of everything.
That's the same line of code. Why do we have the same line
Baylor
of code?
Baylor is beating Arizona right now, 44-39 in the second half.
I know I'm not.
He better not sign now one of them players. Now one. Not now.
Maybe he could do a better job coaching them up. And
man, don't make me cuss.
Tell me where Florida College is. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Which one?
I don't know about no goddamn Florida College.
I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Tell me where Florida Southern College is.
Lakeland.
Ain't that where Southeastern is?
Hey, wait, Keith, I don't think we count. Keith,
okay.
He can't answer that question.
Okay, I was about to say.
Y'all asked me shit. I don't know about the motherfucking shit.
Hold on.
Because look, you got somebody on the show who's actually been past Tougaloo and knows somebody who used to be the president of Tougaloo.
Oh wow,
Florida College.
What Tougaloo? I used to go for the women. I go to North Jackson like a motherfucker.
No. It's Florida College.
That's his.
You got
That's
that.
not in St. Augustine?
No. It's in Temple Terrace, but basically Tampa.
Oh, that's Temple. That's Temple.
Now,
oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I've been to that school before. We played a AAU tournament down there.
did you know they had a basketball team?
Yeah, because we played an AAU tournament down there.
That's not a shock though. Everybody got a basketball team.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
I think they D3 though, right?
They're D3. And Luke Luck's first signing was a kid
from Florida
College. And he looked like a world beater. And then it dawned on me, Troy, why you ain't never seen this kid before? So I'm looking, this a D3 guy. You know he not starting.
But you hired somebody with no coaching experience, who had never been a professional head coach, never been a collegiate head coach, and was an analytics guy with the Golden State Warriors to be your head coach. And we're talking about him not winning basketball games. Why are we surprised?
I mean, they could have had
Sam. Did he go the Eric Spoelstra way?
No. He's the Golden State Warrior.
No. Wait a minute now. I'm pissed off at them right now, but don't disrespect Spoke like that.
I mean, hey, you know, that's my team. I'm going to stand up on the table for my team.
Exactly. I'm going to flip this motherfucker behind the Miami Heat. It Spoke new ball.
He still no ball.
Knows ball.
Our roster sucks.
That's because Pat Riley.
Just like Carman plays like Jane. I guess what they say. It's time for Pat Riley to sit his old ass down somewhere.
Pat Riley runs off all the talent. Nobody wants to come to Miami because Miami is a grind that nobody wants to do. The Miami Heat are a franchise for young players. Once you get over the age of 30, it's not built for that.
It's not even that, Keith. You weren't on the show when I said it. Pat Riley has bullied the league for 40 years. Anytime a GM's phone ring and they see 305, or they assistant say, "Hey, Mr. Pat Riley on the phone," he say, "Tell him I'm playing golf," and he never does.
See, here's the thing. Somebody said that Pat Riley had two sides of himself. When he was in LA, he was like a mob boss, Gucci suit down, Armani. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's Tinseltown. You got to do that there.
Right, but when he got to New York, he was who he was. He became his true identity. Is the motherfucker from Schenectady, New York, that said, "I don't give a fuck. I will whoop your ass in the middle of the court if I was able to do this." And then he gets down to Miami. We about to grind y'all motherfuckers out.
It's funny that you say mob boss and Lakers. You do know the reason Jerry Tarkanian was never the head coach of the Lakers, right?
He had a gambling problem, if I remember correctly.
It was a gambling problem. It was the mob.
The mob said no. The mob said
they wanted to keep it in Vegas.
You're not leaving Vegas.
They wanted to keep it in Vegas.
His agent came up missing, and then he came up dead.
Hey man.
Again, all money ain't good money.
That's another cause nobody that they wanted to play for him, but you have to be loco out your mind to actually play for him.
What, Pat Riley?
Tark.
Oh yeah.
I am looking at a Bowie State game that is.
I just told you, belt to behind.
Oh, CIAA
and
tournament.
I'm mad that I turned to it.
It's CIAA tournament.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's what I just thought about that. That's what Dr. Barnes said she went to go to Baltimore to check out how they do the tournament. That's the reason why she wanted to bring it here to Dallas. So you know what I'm saying, to get the whole experience as far as the feel of being having a tournament in a big town. Or in a big city.
The SWAC did the same thing. I think the SWAC having the SWAC tournament in Atlanta is a success.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huge success.
Because they did it smart. The SWAC
They,
tournament did the smart thing and put it in a small arena in a big city.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like a whole bunch of people are showing up there, but ain't but 5,000 people at the games on a good night.
but at the same time,
But it works.
it's really the mid afternoon, late evening games where you're gonna get most of your crowd coming in, because you're not gonna get no crowd coming in or in the morning time, unless you, like you said, like we talked about, unless you devise a plan with the local school districts there in the city of Atlanta, where all the kids can come in and they can have fun and make it, you know what I'm saying, make it free for them.
And no disrespect to Bowie State or Livingstone, I can't watch that.
Who getting belt the ass right now?
I mean, they getting their head bust. It's okay.
Who getting belt the ass right now?
Oh,
Livingstone
Bowie was
getting kicked in
applying
the teeth.
B2A last I saw, and Bowie has a losing record,
Yeah, they have a losing
Oh,
record.
that's crazy.
like 5 or 6 wins, something crazy like that.
But it's so crazy though. Once the tournament time start, it's like a whole nother switch turn on. Like, I think that's why I asked. I even asked that to Coach Gordon earlier today, man, and she's like, she don't even look towards that until it's time for it to come around.
Cause the tournament is a season within the season before you get to another season.
Mm-hmm. I think she's gonna look. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think she's gonna end up damn near like Tamika Reed ending up with the one loss in conference play, have over 20 wins again. And I think the only teams I would see that she might have an issue with that's gonna be a hard somebody, to go get past will be the Southern team. Will be that Southern team. But other than that, I think they could go. Coach Kilbert over at Alcorn State. I think they could beat. I know they could beat Alcorn, and it's gonna be a battle for them when they play Alabama State. They play them this Saturday. So, but that's what I'm looking at. That's how I see it. But if she could get past Southern. I think she has I think that team has a clear path getting to the NCAA tournament.
And it's gonna suck because they gonna get them Connecticut.
Unless they get a play in.
But even if they get a play in, they gonna play Connecticut. Same shit happened when Jackson State got out. Who they got first round? Connecticut.
That's
They gonna put the SWAC is always gonna get the overall number one, and the MEAC is always gonna get the second number one. We saw it when South Carolina that first year South Carolina won the championship, and they had to play Norfolk State.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick on the HBCU athletic conference, their tournament. The women are playing right now. I think the men is playing on the other UEN channel, but the women are playing. Dillard and Stillman are playing. Stillman is up 54-51 in the fourth with 9 minutes left. So, shout out to Danny. She's somewhere. I'm trying to see if I see her. She's somewhere over there working. But listen, I'm gonna be messy after I say this. I think right now, Alabama A&M can get it done. Again, anything can happen in the tournament, but I think Alabama A&M can get it done.
Yeah.
Now,
outside of the conference,
outside of the conference, I don't know.
They have challenged some teams outside of the conference. They actually had they actually had somewhat of a better out of conference record, even though it was under 500. Because when they started out of conference, I think they were, in fact, they were four. They was 4-8 out of conference. They had some out of conference wins. They had some good out of conference wins, but they had some bad out of conference losses. But when they you get into when they got into conference play, they only lost the one game. I think that was the first game of the conference season, and then they running out 14 straight.
And I'm gonna forever be pissed off because that could have been us.
Man, you.
And I'm not gonna crash out tonight. I swear.
I think the team that has regressed on the women's side in the conference has
Southern.
been no Texas Southern.
That's-
I don't think Southern has regressed. Southern is where they. I think Southern is where they at with Coach Funches, but with Coach Skeet over at Texas Southern, I think they have regressed.
What is this? Coach Skeet second year?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. This is just the hump. She still and I can say this because I know Coach Skeet can coach. Like she has a
yeah.
very high ball IQ. This is the terrible tools. And it happens. Like it's rare that a coach hit year two and that and you don't be like, what is going on over there?
I think that's the same thing you could say with Coach Richards over at Jackson State. You hit terrible too with your new program.
Yep.
What are you gonna do in year three for next year when the season ends? What are you gonna try to do? Because I think with us, I think she needs to recruit more in state, but also she needs to use the transfer portal uh, effectively.
But no, see the women's transfer portal looks completely different from men. Women don't
Mhm.
jump like that.
Not as often.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not as often. You a lot of women don't jump like that, and I think is I hate saying what am I?
Is this a safe space?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
So we talk about where people are in their programs.
I
Coach
ain't getting
Gordon.
into that with you.
Coach Gordon is in year 3.
This is a contract
It's
year.
yeah. If I say it's the contract year, Troy.
Yep, it's contract year.
Yeah, this ain't that kind of safe space.
No,
I mean,
it's not.
yeah. I think if we're gonna bring truth to power, I think we all got to be honest with this. Like, and it's not a slight on the coach.
Nope.
At this point, you've seen what you're gonna see, right? And unfortunately for her, I think she's shown that she has some chops to coach, but she's going to have to do something different recruiting wise. Oh, there go your coach. They need to help him by brushing his hair though. Anyways, but I
His
think
hair
the
thin and leave him alone.
I think the problem is the problem is that you're at a place where you've reached the end of your road before you can make the adjustment recruiting wise. And I don't think she's going to get an extra year to make that extra adjustment in recruiting
A
because
good showing this year would have probably got her a
right.
small extension, not like a hey, great coach, we love you. It's a, okay. I kind of see where you're going, and being truthful. I don't know what we're gonna do next, type thing. So I'll give you another year because it actually could work out in our favor.
This she's that ball out or go home, and the problem is ball out is too far away.
Hmm.
She got to do it, the way she got to do it is she got to win the whole shebang bang. She got to win the
Yeah,
last
but
three games.
that was pretty much where it was at the beginning of the year, and I said it
Mhm.
in the alumni group. I was like she either needs to win either a regular season or a tournament, or she needs to be in the top three of the league.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
the only way that I'm gonna be like, yeah, I think coach deserve maybe another year, maybe another 2 years. And at the top of the season, we they hung tough with a few teams. They kind of had Florida on their heels for the first 2 quarters, and I was like, dang,
Hmm.
maybe we gonna do something with that. And then it just no.
It flew into the side of a mountain, and it's just never. It's not coming back.
Right. So
Well,
I think you probably I'm repeating it for Troy and Keith, but My issue with her has always been that she's the only one over there that knows ball. That coaching staff has always been entirely too young for my liking for what we needed as a program.
I would say
I'll disagree that they don't know ball.
No. That I worded it wrong, but
Yeah, that's
you
why I
probably
said
gonna clean it up for me.
I think they lack the autonomy to be able to coach as much
Yes,
as
I,
their skill set, because I think, and I've seen where I personally believe, I think Cromartie could have given her a little bit more than she's getting from her, but you're also kind of coming in and I think some of it may be that being able to understand how to.
I was happy about that hire.
I love that hire.
I was extremely happy about that hire because I'm like, yo, once yes,
It's
yes.
from PRS.
What's that?
I'm
Yes.
saying this.
Yeah.
I'll say this about with us at Jackson State. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We got spoiled
Mm-hmm.
with Tamika Reed and all the winning that she was doing, to where now when we got Coach Richards, it's like we people wanted to, we as a fan base wanted her to do the same thing that Tamika was doing with the school, with the team, but at the same time this is a brand new coach, this is a brand new regime, and we had to go and to support. Like we gotta understand, I think we finished fifth in the league last season, and we went all the way to the damn conference final.
Mike T. Jesus.
It's changed this year. Thought I saw several what?
They
Oh
didn't
Lord.
hear.
Y'all
So
running.
you look at it, they was like, well, one of the coaches left, and I mean, if he got a job, he got a job. If it was a job offer come, you know what I'm saying, he's either get elevated or you get terminated. So, uh, um, to
You
me,
know,
you got to think, but you got to think about this. She ain't Tamika Reed. Tamika Reed was whooping everybody's ass in the conference
And taking names.
and taking names and didn't care who it was. Even whooped Don's shit, whooped Coach Thornton's ass a couple of times, plenty of times as a head coach. But she's gone
I
over to
think
Charlotte and she's over in the American.
Hey,
This
she's
is
gonna be all right. Once she get a true center with some height, she gonna be fine. I watched them against I think it was Providence. I watched them against Providence, and our shooting guard from last year, I can't call her name, African lady. In the third quarter, she torched their ass, but they hung with them for a while.
so. But like I said, even as a new head coach in a new program, new regime, it's always going to take time. We got so spoiled as far as we got so spoiled with, like, it has to happen now. Like Tamika did win in her first season. It was year two all the way up until she, the time that she left, where she was kicking everybody's ass. So we kind of have to extend that same grace. And we had some issues. Uh, we we had issues with what's going on in the program, and but that's with any program, right?
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, these girls go out there, they are competing. What I watch against when they play Alcorn, I mean, they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, but they was out there scrapping, and they was out there scrapping. You give me that for the last 3-4 games, and you can give me that in the tournament, and if you can get to the conference final again,
Shoot, I take a scrappy team any day because
thank
they
you.
gonna fight all night. They're
They're
not
gonna
gonna lay
fight.
down.
So
I'll say this: when you transition coaches, like as I've taken time to stop crashing out and decompress from the whole women's Florida State thing, Coach Brooke and Coach Sue.
They're completely different monsters.
They
So
different,
yeah,
and Brooke don't have the same support that Sue had.
Not even
right.
Let's
close.
call a spade
You
a
have
spade.
to you have to give when you transition from a great coach to a new coach, you have to over resource the new coach
Mm-hmm.
to make
Yep,
sure they have what they need
yep.
to compete.
No, Coach Sue sure gonna look nice in orange and green.
You think she would come to FAMU?
The only way that lady will come to FAMU, and I am
If I
not
hit the Powerball, if I hit the
I'm
Powerball,
not wishing this on anything. I think her mother is still alive, and she retired because she had to become a full-time caregiver.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only way that we could get her out of retirement.
Gotcha.
and I would come with the biggest check I could get.
Man, listen, I hit the
I,
Powerball tomorrow. I was there. She gonna call me like, "Who is this man sitting in my driveway?" Just me,
with the Marching 100.
just me, just me. You ever wore orange and green before, Coach? You want to try it on?
If I
Just
went,
saying.
look, I said like this: if I win the Powerball, forget trying to get state funding from the goddamn state of Mississippi. Here, I'm earmark you this $300 million. Go build that damn stadium.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Can I say this? And I'm not a Jackson State person, but can I say how disappointed I am with the state of Mississippi for not making that a dome? Like, at some point, have some freaking foresight. Stop being haters. Stop hating the city of Jackson and give the people an effing dome on their campus. Because guess what? If Jackson State gets a dome, especially in this post whatever society, you can have a bowl game in Mississippi. And it's
Wait a
air
minute, hold
conditioned.
on. They came up with plans for a stadium.
This is their fourth or fifth plan for a stadium.
Yeah, the first plan was done during the first plan was done when Carolyn Myers was the president.
Okay.
But yes, it's a $250
That was a
million
dome to where it'd
plan.
be an all-purpose dome to where something like with Syracuse, what they do, and football, basketball, have all your other stuff in there. But another thing, the reason why I say this too, we in my group chat, we talk about this a lot, is that even if it's not a dome, you give me a 30, 32, 33,000 seat stadium close to campus, guess what? You can petition the Mississippi High School Association to have your state football championships back in Jackson, where it should be, not at fucking USM.
Thank you. Because there's
Not a
nothing
Mississippi
against
State.
Hattiesburg, but it's not Jackson. And it's not
It's not
centrally
Jackson.
located.
So, I mean, it was, I think the last championship game was in 2016, 2015, 2016, something like that, in Jackson. And, South Panola was kicking everybody's ass. But, since it's been in USM, it don't have that same, you know what I'm saying? It don't have that same feel. It don't have that same to it.
It's not central to the state.
Because I was at Jackson State, the football championships was always in Jackson at the vet. And guess what? Like I said, you're gonna make money off of that, and then you get to keep some of that money. You give a piece to the high school association, and Jackson State gets to keep the rest of it. It's the same thing here in Texas. Our as far as for football, our championship games are centrally I ain't say centrally located, but they are all in one place at AT&T Stadium.
I thought it was at the Is at the stadium and then at the practice facility too, right?
No, it's always at the stadium.
Okay.
It's always stated from 1A, which is our 6-man football, all the way up to 6A. It's all in one stadium. It's all centrally located. That's why I said that, look, December, I'm like, shit, it is championship week. It starts on a Tuesday, ends on a Saturday. That's the best time you can watch football. Guess what? Jerry Jones gonna keep part of that money. He gonna break the rest of it to UIL. Everybody's happy. But to have the campus on, have the stadium on campus or close to campus would be very good. It would be very economically friendly for us. It will bring in more jobs. You know what I'm saying? It will also, you don't have to have a lot of, the travel logistics because, when you think about it, kids nowadays they're in college now. They get to walk to get to walk over to their stadium.
Mm-hmm.
We got to take a 5-mile trip, 6-mile trip to get to the damn vet from West Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
So I just need to, when I come here for my birthday, I just need to get a hotel by the vet.
All I had to do was walk across Winers Way, and I was there.
No,
wait, hold on. So
think
where I need to get a hotel at?
Huh?
Hold on. I need a hotel that's close to the hole in the wall eating spot, the juke joint for after the game.
The juke joint in the woods, bro.
It's in the woods, man.
The juke joint.
We can tell you ain't never been to Jackson.
You gotta go.
I haven't been to Jackson.
You gotta go like Canton or Vicksburg or like down south to like Hazelhurst or something.
You know what? I think I'm supposed to be in what's that little town in South Alabama this weekend for a trail ride. Damn, I can't think of the name of it.
Not Troy, is it?
It was not what?
Not Troy, is it?
No. It's a little bit Phoenix City. They're having the trail ride up there this weekend.
I need you to do me a favor.
What?
If they start boots on the ground and against anything Miami South,
I'm showing up. I'm showing up.
Over the DJ table.
I'm showing up. I'm showing all the way out. I know it was in Fitzgerald last week, and I missed that one. But yeah,
because I had enough. But I just want to say this to the Jackson people. Let me know where to be at. Because I'm bringing a truck with a smoker and some mullet.
You don't need to even do that.
You don't need to do that.
Trust the people of Mississippi with catfish.
Yeah.
Just let the people of Mississippi catfish you to death, and you will be thankful.
Hey, listen, I have no problem with just bringing
get you some good get you some good barbecue from Benny Thompson, Congressman Thompson, because he be out there cooking. That's your frat brother right there.
Well, is that the congressman? Is that was the one that was on TV, or was that the councilman? Whoever was on TV talking about the stadium, I need an interview with him.
That's Kenny. That's Kenny Stokes. That's Kenny Stokes.
That's my kind of people. They're my kind of people, though.
I'm telling you.
Oh no, Benny Thompson's the same way. Benny Thompson's the same. He the same way.
Look, I'm telling you, Troy, you don't need no mullet. Just Mississippi catfish is just different.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna find out. We sure gonna find out. Because again, it's birthday coming in Jackson. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have me a good old time.
I mean, look,
Mr. Campbell said he gonna tell me where to get the good gin from. So I should be in good hands.
I'm not drinking no gin if I'm in Mississippi. Pass me the clear gallon jug with no label on it.
The moonshine.
Bingo.
I'm trying to save the moonshine for when I go to Bama State with Doug at Bama State.
Ain't nothing in Montgomery. I ain't gonna lie to you. Respectfully,
I'm sorry, I can't put his business out there, but I'm sure that it is authentic. I'm gonna say it that way.
I'm not saying that the stuff is. I'm just saying Montgomery is one of the most. Montgomery's boring. I'm not trying to be mean.
No, it is.
It's like I thought Tallahassee was bad growing up. We went there for Province Council, and when I tell you, we was like, no. It's like no. Respectfully, no disrespect, nobody in Montgomery. Y'all city is boring.
You'll have more fun going to Tuskegee in the hole of wall than being in Montgomery.
Thanks.
No lie.
Then you go look, and then you go 10, 15 minutes right down the freeway, and you in Auburn.
If I can figure out a way to get to a Tuskegee night game, Apparently, I don't want to be under the shed because the churn might jump up and down on my bunions. But I just need to be a ski gear for a night game.
I see crumbs from the shed in my chair away,
Right.
out the way.
As long as I can park somewhere near where I'm near my car, I'm
Yep.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play dodge bullet.
I'm sorry, that shit gonna be jumping, man.
Ooh,
That
dang.
shit,
I'm sorry, Troy. That alley oop was nasty.
No, I'm looking.
No, it
let me
is,
just
but the
be
problem is
clear.
I am past.
we passed our prime as students being
Yeah.
students.
Man,
No,
I don't run no more.
I still give you a good 4.6, but look, I hadn't had to use my 4.6 in like 3 years. I was at a Jones game, and two of them young boys hit me with, "Hey, you know what it is?" I said, "I sure do."
the last time I hit a 4.6 was at work because they had a heart attack call to come across the radio, and I was on the other side of the building, and I was the only manager there.
Look,
I'm sorry, but you get me to run and shit, I might turn a damn quad. I might do like Vince McMahon when he ran into the ring, tore both of his quads.
Man, I thought I did after we got that person out the building. And I was sitting in the wellness office. They said, "Man, you all right?" Oh no, I'm gonna sit here for a minute. I hit my ASM on the radio. I was like, "Hey man, bring me my laptop."
Look,
I'm through.
I don't beat feet no more, and I don't do it.
It gotta be for a serious reason.
Look,
they should be jumping, especially when they play ball and parlay. It's only popping. Like
and that's all I want to be there for. Ball and parlay. I'm ready to go home.
I don't want to sit in the shed. If I'm gonna be at the stadium, if I'm gonna be over at Tuskegee, I'm gonna be on this sideline. I can get all my video on the sideline.
After that AD said what he said, I don't want to be in the sideline no more. I want to be. I really do want to be under the shed. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna push somebody's child down if they step on my bunion. So I'd rather not be.
That's right.
Troy and this bunion.
They probably even give a shit. You push a child down. Hell, they used to it.
I can't be seen pushing people children down.
They technically adults, so
I'm about to say, and they should have moved out the way. You stepped on my shoes. It's the international black rule. If you step on somebody's shoes, I mean, I'm just saying.
It's over. It's up. Look,
right.
Be like,
when y'all see that one head lady, tell her that you ain't supposed to be stepping on people's shoes. I need y'all to say that.
To tell my own child that.
Be like Jim Brown from I'm gonna get you, sucker. You stop those stuff on my goddamn butt.
And they gonna tell me I'm all right. You all right?
That's what they do.
Yep.
Stepping on somebody, especially if you got some clean, crispy white forces on.
I don't even wear forces on.
Moment.
Man, hey, wait. Y'all know forces $115 a pair now?
I wear Pumas. I wear Pumas. I got some white Pumas right now. I literally cannot find a pair of they have y'all gonna hate on me for this. I cannot find a white pair of Kappa Kappa shoelaces with the white Kappa England on it. Or the red Kappa England. I don't need red socks or red nothing. White socks, white shoelaces, because I can't be staining my shoes.
Yeah. No.
I always say when you get a fresh pair of white forces or anything like that, me working in sneakers and stuff, used to work in sneakers, get you some Scotch Guard.
Yep.
As soon as you take them out the box, Scotch Guard, some shit. Scott, man, look. Water repellent, Scotch Guard, water repellent, everything.
I have not been able to bring myself to buy a pair knowing that I was wearing
$115.
Yeah, I was wearing these when we was getting them for like $50 a pair.
Sir, yeah. Hello. Say it for the people in the back. I told you, man, I got some Pumas. They went on sale for like $30. My wife was mad at me. She's still mad at me. I bought like 6, 7 pairs of tunes. I was like, let me get this color, that color. I got
Are they
Mm.
the which
She
one are
should
they?
be mad. You save money.
I save money, but you know, it's the principalities of them boxes coming to the house.
Is this a safe space? Because
Hey,
I've been asking that blonde haired lady for a still so I can make my own distilled water, and she looking at me crazy.
I mean, I
Hey.
I
support
mean,
that.
just
You know.
just buy it and say it fell out.
hey, Keith.
Yes. Yep, I don't
I
have
got
that
these.
pair.
I was working at Jimmy Jazz. It's called Snipes now. And when I got these shoes, they were they was full price. I think they was
About
$80.
$40.
Huh?
About 40.
No, they was $80 full price. When I got these shoes, they was $35.99.
Thank you.
$35.99. Shoot. I'm like, hey, this is an investment. Now,
Bruh.
don't get me wrong. I'm gonna still get my J's and everything. But
Oh
shoot,
no,
I was
I've
investing
been looking out. I've been catching J's for $70 to $80 a pair.
Yeah, Jay's
I
been kind of.
got a pair of ones in the room right now that I got for like $45.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
J's are inexpensive unless I'm buying them for ash. Then all of a sudden they're $160.
See,
I really hate that one half a size he went up. That one half a size fucked it up for everybody.
Oh, it's only gonna go up from there, bro. You already know.
Because he went into the big kid size.
Oh no, he is in men's sizes
I
now.
was about to
7
say.
is now considered men.
Yeah. Women's sneakerheads is why it's considered a men's size now.
Mm-hmm.
Because they used to be able to buy them, and I completed that for a lower price. But then once they realized like women in sneakers was like a growing market, that became a men's size.
Hey, EA said if he see your cash out, get him a pair.
I got you.
Man,
What size you need, EA?
what size you need, EA?
look, you being nice. We all know it was the the girls who used to play basketball was the ones who made the prices go up.
Yeah.
Dude,
Honestly, hey Charles, it depends on what you do. Like I can't. So I'm on my feet 12 hours a day. I can't wear Hokas. I wear Brooks.
Yeah.
I wear Brooks
Hey,
and I wear
Brooks.
Asics.
Brooks just
are
got a wide
comfortable.
foot, so Brooks better for me.
Y'all know what's killing me? These kids that got caught up to my old man habits.
I got you, EA of 14.
These kids are wearing New
got-
Balances
I
at
got
school like they
size
cool.
14.
So,
Nah, bro. But you know what? Let me see if I can find these shoes.
I ain't even mad at them though. They look nice, but y'all they wasn't supposed to be catching up to my old man habits. Like
I used to wear New Balances for track practice.
I used to wear New Balance for regular school
Hey, I got
shoes.
in the thing. So 2 of my favorite shoes that I got is this one right here. This is called the Blue the Great. It was designed by an artist named Blue. He actually went to my high school at Cedar Hill. And then
This is a New Balance box.
Y'all know I'm finna play this back to that blonde haired lady and be like, see, everybody got new shoes but me.
and these right here, my New York, my UNC to Chicago's. Oh,
This
yeah.
is by a black designer out of Chicago named Joe Fresh Goods.
That's different.
Oh yeah, no, because yes, young people, the kids now are wearing New Balances.
Yes.
I wore these to work one day, and everybody lost their mind.
Man,
I
Where
don't
you
know
getting from?
when it was when I used to be able to get
Like, where
New
you getting
Balances
from?
for like
How much you
$40.
paid?
bruh, like I told you, these kids, these jits messing the game up. Like I used to go up there just pick a pair of New Balance. Like I'm gonna just wear these to be different.
No, they were. I used to wear. So my mama was a frugal queen. I was wearing 574s in high school because she could get them for $25 a pair.
Hey, 574s ain't no bad shoe though.
It's
That's
not.
what
But
that's
I
what
was
he's
I was
saying,
wearing
though.
5, and then they came in a whole bunch of colors. So I was
Yes.
wearing 574s in high school, and next thing I know, like 2 weeks later, everybody got on a pair of 574s.
I don't think nobody at Florida State can dunk a basketball.
Man, FSU suck, Troy.
There isn't a 7-footer on the roster.
No, they can
Yeah,
dunk, but you got an analytics guy as the coach.
These are the Dale State colors right here. Yeah, I can get away with these. So one side, so my right shoe, I got the Carolina blue shoestrings in it, and the other one I have all red ones.
Hey, everybody, I apologize. We went over a little bit this evening. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Tell a friend, like and subscribe. Y'all have been doing amazing. The last show went to 511 views. Thank y'all so much. Without y'all, I wouldn't be nowhere where we are now. Again, Doc from HBCU Overdrive, Keith from Fangs Up Podcast, Lord Jamal. Marlo is somewhere probably eating. That's why we ain't heard nothing from him for the last hour. But for everybody,
I like them now.
Thank you.
The 14s right there. Woo!
Yeah.
Everybody,
I left my Miamis in the closet.
We are gonna get out of here. We definitely gonna talk offline though. We got to talk offline.